Hi, it's Gene, retired in Mexico. And if you're new to the channel, we ask one question here, which is do they write them and sing them like they used to? Now, a lot of people, young and old, they think the old music's better, but I'm not so sure. And today, so I'm doing a deep dive into 2009. There's some albums that I'd never heard before. So you can check out those videos I've done Moss Def and Them Crooked Vultures and the XX. But Dinosaur Jr., that's a band I'm familiar with, and I've owned some of their music. Never owned Farm, though, so I've been listening to Farm for the first time. Here's a live version of Pieces, and I'll tell you why I'm hitting this up because I don't think I've ever seen any live footage of Dinosaur Jr. before. So I found this thing on Adult Swim. This is the first track from the album Farm. So let's go ahead and watch it together. It looks like they're in a fish tank or something. So let's have some fun with this. Hilarious. Hopefully, this isn't lip synced. Awesome. Let's pause that. So, yeah, I got a minute to talk about this, and a lot of things I noticed. So, one is the bass player. What a unique style! Just going ham on that bass and doing a lot of strums combined with the notes and real unusual bass style. He had just a little part of that song where he almost soloed, and then the drummer. He's got like this. It's kind of a tom heavy sound, I think, and there's a real crisp pop to the drums that makes it got a unique sonic sound. But the other thing is, he seemed like, I'm not a musician, but it seemed like he was just maybe a little ahead of the beat, or Jay Massis was lazing back a little bit. I don't know, but there seemed to be just a slight lack of synchronization on purpose, intentionally. Like they weren't all playing at exactly the same beat. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong about that, but it sure sounded like the drums were they sounded like they were rushing or pushing the beat a little bit. So awesome stuff. And then of course the guitar, pure economy. He's so good. He just and, he can bend those strings and really show off, and yet it's just a pop masterpiece. Economy. His style is very economical. So, yeah. As for the lyrics, which I've read before, I couldn't understand anything he was singing. There was no enunciation on this. The way it was recorded, I could hear the instruments fine, but I couldn't really make out his singing at all. But I like Jay Massis, and when I was listening to Farm, it's funny. I kind of was getting Pearl Jam vibes, and I know he doesn't sing exactly like Eddie Vedder, but there's something about those two singers. They remind me a little bit of each other. Um, I don't know if you guys not maybe not so much on this song, but if you play some of the deeper tracks on there and some of the slower tempo songs, yeah, I get strong Eddie Vedder vibes. Can you say that 3 times real fast? So, yeah, great. I'm loving the album. I don't know where it's going to place when I get around to 2009, but so far I'm really enjoying the album. This particular performance, I think I'd give the band an A plus, but the recording like a B. Whoever engineered this, it wasn't a real crisp recording of the band, so I'll dock it a little bit for the recording. But yeah, fun with the fish tank and everything. So I don't know what else to say. They're a band that keeps growing on me over the years. I remember when I first heard them on a Neil Young tribute album. I thought, oh. I remember thinking their cover of Neil Young was one of my favorite tracks on the album. It's a long out of print tribute album, but then I didn't think much more of them again. But over the years, they've really grown on me, and now I think Jay Mass is just fantastic guitar player. So, anyway, if you like what we're doing, hit that like or subscribe button, and as we say here in Bonita, Mexico, buen dia.